How's it going, guys? It calls me at Uncle and welcome to my channel, and yet again we are here to play the DDLC Blue Skies. As you know, I have not been recording for quite a while, but here I am once again to record a new video. I'll try to record more, but it's kind of hard when because of school. When I get home it's pretty late. Either way, let's keep going. So, knowing that I'll be spending a day alone this year is kind of weird. Not in a bad way or anything, it's just been a long time. A long time since we've had a date out together with just the two of us. Still, I'm looking forward to it. I just hope whatever was bugging her on Friday is gone. You and me both, pal. It was really hard seeing her like that. I shake my head. No, it's a new day. It'll be much better. Let's hope so. As my mind drifts while I wait for her, I subconsciously recall a memory from a long time ago. Our parents took us to a fair that came to town. We must been around 11. I managed to win Sayuri a giant cuddly cow plush in one of those shooting minigame things. That looks like fun, I would like to try. Well, actually my dad did, I couldn't aim for my life. That's when I realized that video games don't train you to shoot in real life. Depend on the kind of games. Either way, I smile at the memory. Does she remember it as well? The buzzing of the doorbell brings me back to the present. Most likely it's Sayuri. Yep, there she is. She's gone for a pretty casual outfit. It's simple but works real well on her. Hey, ready to go? Hey, sure am. Let's get going. I gently close the door behind me, and we step out onto the street. It's a bright sunny day, not too hot, and there's a gentle breeze. Perfect. So where are we going first then? Well, I made a list of all the stuff we'll need, so that will be a big help. I fish out a small sheet of paper from my pocket. On it I've written what we need and where to get the items from. So, we need bookmarks, some sweets, ribbon and some gift bags. To be honest, I have no idea where we can get gift bags and the ribbon. I was planning to go on to the art and crafts store in town, but apparently it shut down recently. Oh, that's okay. Actually, I have some gift bags and ribbon at home. Thanks God. That's pretty convenient. You should have mentioned it yesterday though. Sorry, I must have forgot. Nah, it's okay. I'm curious why you have those things though. What do you use it for? Oh, I don't use them for anything. They're a leftover from my birthday party I had years ago. I think it was my 10th one. You remember it, right? She looks at me with puppy dog eyes and I asked him to try and then recall. Something about you getting cake all over your face, right? Hey, you did too. I laugh as I realize I can't claim innocence here. Guilty as charged. Well, with those two items down, we just have to visit the bookstore and the supermarket. Which one are we going to first? Let's start with the bookstore, it's closer. Whatever you say. As we walk, I notice Sayuri humming contently. A slight skip in her step. I forgot how adorable she could be, always so cheery. It's like she lives in her own little world. She looks like she's back to normal again. To say I'm relieved would be an understatement. Almost like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Hey Sayuri, you look like you're in a much better mood today. Of course, I said I would be fine today, remember? So here I am. It's a relief to see you back to normal. You really had me worried on Friday. No need to worry about me, silly. How have you been anyway? Good. Never thought I would be writing poems in my free time, but hey. It's a real change of pace from what I'm used to, but I'm not complaining. Sayuri giggles. What? Oh, nothing. I just didn't see you as a poetic type, that's all. All those video games, I guess, you really got into them over the past few years. I shift uncomfortably. I feel like this is a reference to us drifting. After all, she's not wrong. As I became more reclusive, I turned to gaming as an escape. Well, truth to be told, I didn't really think I was a poet either. I guess I never realized how much I enjoy literature. I shrug off the comment about gaming and because I want to enjoy today after all. Also, the club has been a great way to meet new people. Natsuki showed me some of her manga, which was the most accurate way to putting this. Yeah, it's really cute, isn't it? I had to look I had a look at the cover just to see what she was reading. Don't tell Natsuki you found it cute. You know how she reacts to that. I don't see what the issue is with stuff being cute. Someone showed me some manga once. It was about this boy who find this electric mouse. She's talking about Pokemon, okay. They got on all these adventures and the little thingy was so adorable. Pikachu and... what was the guy's name? Forgot. Wow, I only remember the Pokemon. Now, why does that sound vaguely familiar? I hadn't even realized we would made it to the bookstore already. As it turns out, the bookstore is actually in the library. It's pretty small, but after glancing around, it seems to have what we need. Alright, here we are. Let's see what they have. I make a beeline for a rack of shelves carrying a nice variety of bookmarks that includes all different colors and sizes. Sayuri wanders over, her eyes wide at all the choices. Oh, so many to choose from. Yep, who would have guessed that there's such a demand for bookmarks of all things? This blue one is really nice. Look over slightly warily. I forgot how excitable she could be. It's a bookmark with a blue koala. Who makes a bookmark with a blue koala? Sayuri seems to love it though. Before I even get to say anything, she starts gushing over another bookmark. Look at this red one. It's got a little ribbon shape on it. Just like mine. Well, at least this one is a bit more justifiable. Look at these. They've got little puns on them. Sure enough, there's a row of little bookmarks, bearing a picture of objects with puns related to them. An apple with the quote, "You are the apple of my eye." Yada yada. A cutesy smiling cartoon bacon. With the words, "I like you more than bacon." Okay, that one actually kinda made me laugh. Why? I'll admit, I like the bacon one. The apple one is too cheesy though. Her face is all scrunched up, trying to decide which bookmarks she to get. Probably better off just getting these plain ones, Sayuri. These are just for strangers coming to view our performances. No point in getting these cutesy punny ones. No fun. Hey, I'll get you the donut one, though. The donut one was a smiley donut with the words, "Donut, you know how amazing you are." Oh, do not you know how amazing you are. Okay, that one is actually a good one. Oh really? Thank you. It's not hard to make Sayuri smile. Okay, yeah, who would say? In the end, we went for a pack of plain, colorful bookmarks. They get the job done, right? I think Sayuri forgets that not everyone is into stuff she's into. Now that the bookmarks are out of the way, we wander over to the supermarket. So we just need the sweets now, right? Do me a favor and don't spend hours trying to choose some, okay? I know what you're like with candy. Hey, it's not my fault I've got a sweet tooth. Oh, whose fault is that then? She sticks her tongue out at me. Yeah. As predicted, Sayuri's beyond excited. Like a real kid in a candy store. Well, she's technically not in the candy store, but the saying doesn't really sound as good when it's a supermarket, does it? Wow, there aren't any cookies here. I decide to humor her. Oh no, seriously? That's heartbreaking. I know, how can they call themselves a supermarket if they don't have any cookies? It's crazy, yeah. Anyway, we still have a lot to do when we get home, so let's make some choices now, shall we? Okay. We browse a selection, pondering which candy would be the best to buy. Hey Siri, what's your favorite flavor of licorice? Strawberry, right? No, strawberry, why? Oh, no reason, just wondering. Strawberry licorice it is. I'm going to keep this as a surprise for her. Although, doing these little thoughtful things for her makes me pause. Zari told me I always used to look out for her back when we still hung out. Did I really stop doing all that? I find that kinda hard to believe, given how naturally I find looking out for her to be. I think this will be okay, don't you think? She points into her bag, which filled with an assortment of chocolates and other sweets. There's milk chocolate in here, toffee chocolates, peppermints, all sorts of stuff. People are gonna love it. They sure will. I'll just get some of my own candy and then we can get a move on. Okay, we've still got a lot to do, don't forget. Looks like Sarah got the chocolate side of things handled. I decide to go for the fruity sweets. Alright, I think that'll do. Time to leave already. Could you do me a teeny tiny favor? Let me guess, buy you some cinnamon buns. How did you know? Whenever your parents took us to the shopping together, you always used to ask your mom for that exact same thing. She blushed a little, turning away. Guess some things never change, right? I smiled back at her. It's the little things with Sayuri. And I didn't read it all. The little things with Sayuri that really warmed my heart. Yuri. I'm definitely not complaining. Hands filled with candies we head to the register to pay. The cashier gives us a stern look, almost like he's disapproving of all the sugar we're carrying. Sayuri's totally oblivious, probably too busy thinking about which candy she can get away with eating. Also, okay, no. Why did I say also? Yeah. Okay, so that's everything. Let's head home and get started with the quotes. Okay, although I need to grab the goodie bags and the ribbon from my place. So you should head home and get your computer up and running while I do that. That way by the time I'm back at yours, you'll be good to go. She really has a knack for showing initiative when I least expected it. Her idea is pretty smart though, so I roll with it. Great thinking. Here, hand me the bookmarks so I can get them home. I'll see you in a bit. Just give me a buzz when you're outside. Sure thing. Yeah. I make my way upstairs and boot up my computer, tossing the bookmarks onto the desk. As the machine whirs to fire, whirs to life, I sit back idly thinking about literature. There's probably some really deep quotes out there. I laughed softly to myself, imagining how much someone like Yuri would resonate with those wise words. She'll probably appreciate the quotes the most. For the second time today, the sound of the doorbell ringing jolts me back into reality. Once again, it's Sayuri who's clutching a large sack filled with a colorful assortment of gift bags. It looks like she's literally carrying a rainbow. Hi again, so there they are. I lead her upstairs as she carries on being enthralled by all the colors. Man, you really couldn't decide on a color, could you? There are so many pretty ones to choose between. I figure you could help me choose, so I brought them all. Oh, shall we go for the blue or these pink ones? But these greens ones are really pretty too. Sir, how many do we need? This one has a little cinnamon decorations on it. Sayuri. Sorry. How many do we need? Good question. I think about 15 will do, right? Just to be on the safe side. She pulls out some ribbon from the sack, and like the gift bags, these are all one color, a very deep red. Yeah, can't see anything wrong with that. Wanna help me with the quotes? Sure. What about this one? Writing is its own reward. I mean, don't you feel good when you finish one of your poems? Or don't you feel excited to show that you've written what you've written to other people? Kinda, I guess. I think you would like that quote. So let's use that one. Yeah, I'm with you on that. What about this one? There are 3 rules for writing a novel. Unfortunately, no one knows what they are. I don't get it. Neither do I. To be honest. But I like the humor, and it strikes me as something people might find funny. I don't know, I think it's something Monica or Yuri might find amusing. I'll trust your judgment. I like this one a lot. There's no real ending. It's just the place where you stop the story. It actually reminds me of a thought I had about poetry. Oh, yeah. To me a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. That's kind of profound. Something I would expect from Yuri. So, what does it actually mean? Can't you see? It means that just because the poet has stopped writing, it doesn't mean the poem is over. Well, if you say so, Yuri. I think a lot of people will appreciate this one. What do you think? There is something quite delicious about writing the first words of a story. You never quite know where they'll take you. I think so too. That one so makes me feel a sense of wonder, doesn't it? Exactly the kind of feelings a good story should make you feel. Wow, I sound like Yuri, don't I? A little bit. She's rubbing off on you, huh? Doesn't that mean I'll start sounding intelligent? Sari chuckles, her eyes full of mirth. Her laughter is so innocent and sweet. You already do. Ah, come on, that's not true. My poems aren't anywhere near as good as yours. Mine aren't anything special, don't be silly. But I'm sure you'll be a great poet in no time. Nah, well, I'll believe it when I see. When I see it. I guess anyway. When I see it, I guess. Anyway, let's get this printed and start putting together the goodie bags. Okie dokie. After finding a few more quotes, we get to work. We have all the items ready to go. Now it's just a case of putting a bookmark, quote and candy in each bag. Then tying it all up with a piece of ribbon. We get to work, a comfortable silence descending upon the room. As we progress, I realize how happy I've been all day. It's not been anything fancy, just going into the town with Sayuri, but even that has put me in good spirits. Spending time with someone, joking around, reflecting on old memories. This weekend has been miles better than how my weekends typically go. Boring, filled with aimless gaming and anime. Hey, first of all, anime isn't aimless. It is only aimless if you don't know what you're watching or if you don't appreciate good animation. I've missed this. I've missed it a lot, I really have. And most of all, I've missed Sayuri. Today has taught me that I am determined to spend more time with her. After all, I think she's enjoyed it too. There's a lot of catch up on, so I suppose we'll have plenty to say and do over the upcoming weeks and months. You've been pretty quiet, are you okay? And there it is, the deafening trait of us, always being concerned about others' well-being. I'm lucky to have someone like her in my life. What? Oh, I'm fine, yeah, sorry, I've just been doing a lot of thinking. About what, if I can ask? Just about today. I've really enjoyed it. Hanging out with you again, it's been a while, hasn't it? It has. I'm glad you enjoyed it, because I was gonna say that I did too. I haven't had this much fun in a while. Hearing that lifts my spirits even further, something I didn't think it was possible. You know, I'm genuinely happy to hear that. I haven't really told you anyone, but... Sarah looked at me, her blue eyes swimming with concern. Don't be concerned, it's nothing bad. The truth to be told, I've kinda been lonely. Ever since my parents' divorce, I haven't really had much contact with people, and spending time with you today, it's been refreshing. A really nice change of pace, you know. A change from spending the weekend by myself playing games. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I had no idea you felt this way. You should have told me earlier that you were so lonely. I hate that I couldn't help you before. No, it's okay, seriously, it's not your fault or anything. I've just been really reclusive myself. And I've really enjoyed Literature Club so far, just being able to spend time with people my age again, discover a new hobby. I appreciate it more than I can describe. You've all been super welcoming. I know I'm no poet or anything, but that didn't bother any of you. Well, I'm glad you feel included at the club. That's exactly what we want the club to be, welcoming. And I'm gonna make sure you're never lonely again, okay? Gotta put a smile on your face, you hear me? Can't have you being sad. Starting with this, she reaches towards me and starts tickling, her hands ghosting over my neck and chest. I recall instinctively laughing like a small child. Hey! Stop that, you know I'm ticklish. My laughter must have... Okay, wait a bit. And I'm back again, sorry for that. So, my laughter must be a catalyst for tickling, because as she hears it, she doubles her efforts a childlike grin on my face. I'm squirming and howling with laughter, almost running out of breath. Please, Sayuri. I can't breathe, just give me a second. She pauses, giving me a chance to catch my breath. God, she's fallen for my decoy. I dart forward, pulling her arms away from me and driving her towards the bed, pinning her beneath me. It's time to enact some revenge. Well, no, you tricked me. Not fair. Poor little Sayuri. Bamboozled by the mastermind. Please have mercy. What was that? Sorry, I didn't catch that. You'll have to speak up. Yuri. Okay, I guess I already have a new... what was it? I forgot about it. A new thumbnail, yeah. A playful feiging deafness as I carry on tickling her. Laughter is like music to my ears. She's squirming under my fingertips and crying with mirth. To see such a big smile on her face, even if it's kinda involuntary, it's such a nice sight to see. Her laughter was such an innocent, joyful ring to it. Hearing it transports me back 10 years, back when we had that carefree level of innocence only childhood could have. Please, seriously, I can't breathe. She does sound quite short of breath, and I've been tickling her for a while. I think I've had my revenge. It's only when I stopped tickling her that I realized the situation we're in. I'm sitting on top of her, pinning her down with my legs. One of my hands rests where her neck meets her shoulder, and the other one is wrapped around her wrist. As laughter from both of us subsides, a new atmosphere takes its place. It's not exactly awkward, but it's unusual, and neither of us know how to react. Meet Sayuri's gaze, and I find something in her eyes. What exactly is this? Not sadness, but it's something... It's a feeling, I can say that. That's the least I could say. But wow, the arts are really good. Need to say that. I wish I could read that expression, but the novelty of the situation makes me unsure. Expectant was the word I was looking for. I don't know. To anyone looking in, this probably wouldn't look as innocent as I think it does. I ask him to climb off of her, and she responds by sitting up on the bed. The completed goodie bags all but forgotten. Sorry, no, it's okay. She responded quite quickly. It isn't just me who sensed something in the atmosphere. The atmosphere is becoming more and more awkward by the moment. What exactly happened? Anyway, I'm glad we managed to get the goodie bags finished. Oh yeah, me too. They were a lot of fun to make. I just hope to see other students like them. I'm glad she's able to roll with the change of topic. Just like that, some of the awkward air is dispelled. Monica will be pleased too. A lot of effort went into this. I know she'll appreciate what we've done. I think you really will love the quotes too. Some of those really remind me of her. Not just who thought that. Not just me who thought that, then. How are you feeling about the actual recital though? I mean, I knew I probably seemed pretty enthusiastic when Monica asked us, but you're kinda nervous now. Yeah, I guess. It'll be okay though. I mean, I have my poem and I sort of know how I want it to go. So I think with a little more practice I'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that could have happened? What's the worst that could happen? So we all know how tomorrow goes in the natural game, and in some of the fun games we've played. So you shouldn't use that quote a lot. Yeah. Let's not think about that. Yeah, what about you? Aren't you nervous? Truthfully, yeah, I don't have Monica's confidence, sadly. But hey, I really like the club and this is my chance to give something back to it, right? Yeah, that's a great attitude to have. Besides, I have an excuse to be bad. I am new, and nowhere near as experienced as you guys, so that's my justification. With my performance, if my performance isn't that great. Hey, all you have to do is practice, okay? Your performance will be as good as ours, I know it. It's nice to have someone believe in me, I guess. Thank you, Sayuri. No problem. I probably should get going though. I need to practice my poem and stuff. Yeah, that reminds me, I should probably do the same. Do you want to take the goodie bags? Sure, okay, I'll put them in a sack for you. 1 second. I rummaged around, finding a bag big enough for all the smaller ones. I linked the big one over to Sayori. We both head downstairs. As she hovers by the doorway, she turns around and faces me. There's a shyness on her face. Oh, by the way, yeah, thanks for today. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. Hey, that's alright. I really enjoyed myself too. We should make this a more regular thing. Her face lights up. Yeah, I like the sound of that. I'll see you tomorrow for the festival, okay? That you will. See you tomorrow, Sayori. As she waves and walks off, a bag in hand, it takes me a few moments to identify what it is I'm feeling inside. Happiness. Something as simple as going into town and making goodie bags with Sayori. It made me feel really warm inside. How has it taken me this long to realize? Because you're stupid? I don't know. At least I hope you're not a jackass in this one. It's pretty hard to get any argument with Sayori, so let's hope you don't. It's the day of the festival. The preparations for the event should be nearly complete, given all the work everyone's put in over the weekend, and this we can skip. I know, I'm sorry I overslept again, or couldn't decide what to have for breakfast again. She immediately pouts. You're such a meanie sometimes. You know my teasing is all in good fun, right? She mumbles something under her breath. Of course. By the way, I also double-checked the little bags. They are all in here. She gestures to the large sack, a bright smile evident on her face. Good stuff, Sayori. People are gonna love them. That was a really good idea. Candy, bookmarks, and literature quotes. Perfect thing to give out from our event. Uh-huh. Something for everyone. Although I'm kinda nervous for the festival. Yeah. That's something we don't talk about. Sayori, do you mind handing me that sack you've got? I'll help you distribute all of the stuff inside it. Okay, here you go. Peering inside, I catch a sight of a few small colorful bags, neatly tied shut with ribbons. Yeah, just as I remember. Her handiwork from yesterday really shows. I pull one out. Yuri and Monica notice the little bags, looking on with interest. Ah, so this is what you and Lucky have been working on over the weekend, Sayori. I love how these look. You both did a fantastic job. No, it's mostly Sayori. I couldn't do the ribbon part if my life depended on it. I'm sure the contents are just as impressive as the exterior. What sort of things did you choose for the quotes? We had a lot of fun with that. She delicately opens one of the little bags, fishing out a quote. It's perfectly okay to write garbage as long as you read it brilliantly. Wait, I didn't put this one in. Oh yeah, that one was mine. I thought it was kinda funny. Monica giggles, whereas Yuri and Sayori look like they're trying to figure out what the punchline is. Well, 1 out of 3 isn't so bad. How about this one? Ashley opened another bag, picking out the quote. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. Just force yourself to get something out on the paper and tee it up later. I like that one. After all, it's pretty much true. If you never start, you can't make any progress. That's from the original game, and that's something that this little fella says. This game is cooked. Okay. Keeping your pen in the same spot would just result in a big puddle of ink. We couldn't find out who said that, which is a shame. Oh, have you guys tried the candy? Don't you think we should have those for the people we made these bags for, Sayori? Oh yeah. Natsuki's irritated voice rings over from across the classroom. Hey, if you guys are finished over there, can you actually sort Sayori's stuff out? You know we do have a festival to prepare for. She huffs, and the rest of us share a guilty grin. Natsuki's right. I suppose Natsuki raises a valid point. Yeah, let's get to it then. We each delve into the sack and scoop up the little bags, going around the classroom and setting them down on each desk. We printed out a few spare quotes to put around the classroom, and it's not long before a few desks bear the wise words of writers and poets alike. Sayori wanders over to the front door and sticks one of the quotes there. I'm impressed by her thinking. Everyone will see the quote that way. It doesn't take long to distribute all of the little bags around the room. Out of the corner of my eye, I spot Sayuri trying to sneakily open the bag and pop a candy into her mouth. Naturally, she drops a shock, but some things never change. Well, you could say that. By the time we finish, it looks like everyone else is done too. So, skip. Apart from Sayuri on Sunday, I haven't told anyone about how lonely I've been feeling. I'm a little nervous about how the others will react. They all turn to me, varying degrees of emotions on their faces. Maski impulsively looks to the side, while Yuri gives me an expression of concern. Sayuri looks a little sad remembering our conversation about this. It's okay, we can change that, remember? Like I said, I'm so happy that we feel welcome here. It's exactly what we wanted. I agree, no one should feel alone. I know it's quite a difficult thing to experience. I feel a warm flush of gratitude at their words. Thanks guys, that means a lot. Also, Monica, I told Sayuri this earlier and I figure out you might appreciate hearing this. So, here we go. Okay, so let's skip this all because we already know what's going on. And we know that everything is going down. Ugh. Whoever I choose, it will go down badly. I'll go with Natsuki. I don't know, just feels right. I really do. I think taking sides like this. Monica's the present though, so I hope she won't take this personally. Yeah, skip this all. I hate doing this, but it's not my fault. I don't like to take sides. Maybe I'll just text Sayuri to see how she's doing, although she's probably not awake yet anyway. I haven't hung out with her in a while, and it might prove to be a nice surprise for her. Actually, the more I think about it, the more appealing the idea sounds. I imagine the festival fiasco probably upset her, given how much she cares for the club and the other girls. Can hurt to see if she's okay, and take her mind out of it. Besides, I can't imagine she really has much going on either. I dig out my phone and shoot her a message. Hey Siri, what's up? No reply. I checked the time, knowing Sayuri she's probably still sleeping. I suppose anything before noon is considered early for her. Then again, I'm not much better. The only reason I'm so up early on a Saturday is because I thought it was a school day. I chuckled to myself. My parents would definitely be surprised if they learned I was up before midday on a Saturday. Daddy used to joke around and called me nocturnal, like I was a vampire. Thinking about it, given my sleep cycles, he wasn't wrong. Shame I don't have the ability to turn into a bat though, or super speed. Well, at least the weather is nice. It's early October now, which is the best of both worlds. As in, it's not quite as hot as it was in the summer and the real bite of winter hasn't kicked in yet. It's fairly warm, with fluffy white clouds accompanying the blue skies. Perching down on a bench, I aimlessly flick through my phone while I wait Sayuri's reply. Finally my phone goes off. Hey, sorry about the delay, I just woke up, lol. Called it. Don't worry about it. Just wondered if you wanted to go to the park or something. It's a nice day after all. Sure thing, which one? Well, you'll see. I'll give it a surprise. Sounds fun, just give me a few minutes to get ready, okay? Yep, just let me know when you're dressed and I'll meet you outside your door. Alright. As I slip my phone back into my pocket, I start to aimlessly plan what we'll get up to. There's a park near our houses. When we were children, it was almost like a second home for us. With so much time spent exploring, we used to get tons of ice cream and the playgrounds. After working the puppy dog eyes on our parents. In fact, I think it was that very park that I first met Sayuri. Something about ice cream. Not even surprised we met and initially bonded over food. Good times. Little notification. Okay, I'm coming out. With Sayuri not in tow, we make our way over. Already I'm reminded of the time we've spent together last Sunday. I'm hoping today is just as enjoyable. Although last time we've got to learn a little more about me, and didn't get to learn much more about her. Well, in the time we've been apart, I've got no idea about how she's finding school, what her interests are, her plans for the future and all that stuff. So, I know you said it's meant to be a surprise, but can I get a teeny tiny hint? Should I? Please, after all, it is super early. I check my watch. It's 11:30. Here, it's almost noon. Yeah, super early. I mean, she's not wrong. Dude, I cannot say you're wrong. I woke up on noon today, but it's because I'm sick. I suppose you've got a point. Alright, I lean in conspirationally. There's a top secret stuff. Understood, Agent. If I gave you the codename Childhood, where would you think? She scrunches up her face, fiddling with a strand of hair in her hand. Oh, I know. Is she going to get in the first try? I'll be mighty impressed. You're not taking me to the elementary school, are you? Well, that hope got shut down. You cannot help but sick. No? Worth a try. I'll give you another hint. Do you remember where we first met? It wasn't elementary school, was it? If you say that one more time. Kidding. You're kind of fun to wind up sometimes, you know. Makes a change from you always being a mini to me. You'll love it, oh really. It's the only way I can get you back from all those tricks you used to play on me, you know. Tricks? I don't know what you're talking about. That innocent, childlike grin is back on her face. Already I'm glad I decided to text her instead of going back to sleep. What about the time you told my mom that I threw that tennis ball at you, so she would make me give you my candy? Or that time we climbed that tree and got stuck. I told you it would be too high, but you didn't listen. My dad had to get us down. I grin. Although that climb was pretty fun, the view was incredible. See, it wasn't all bad. I know. It was all good-natured. We used to get up into so much mischief. We sure did. Anyway, I think I know where we're going. Paku Park, right? So there is something in that head of yours after all, then, huh? Hey. Yuri. And so here we are. I love this place. Haven't been here so long. Yeah, me neither. We take a seat on the wooden bench, which affords us a lovely view of the park around us. Children are playing all sorts of ball games as their parents chat amicably. Dogs are running around as their owners laugh and chase them. I smile. Here with Sayuri, I truly feel like I'm at home. Figured it would do the both of us good to take a trip down memory lane, eh? Especially after the fiasco of the festival and everything. Yeah. From that change of her tone and expression, the festival still looks like it's bothering her. You can't blame her. All of the club members are feeling it. I was hoping by now things would go back to how they used to. Yeah, that. I mean, yeah, the festival was a bit of a failure, but the club is still a nice little place for us five, right? Sarah looks ahead, idly poking at the twig with her feet. Yeah, it is. I just really wish people weren't so mean. We all practice it so hard too. All that for nothing. Hey, come on, Siri. It's not like you to be depressing. We shouldn't dwell too much on that anyway. What's done is done, right? Besides, I want today to be a good day. She blinks as a slightly shameful look crosses her features. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Nah, don't apologize. After all, it was me who brought it up. So I can't really talk. Anyway, I brought you here because I know this place means a lot to you. I was worried you might be upset, so I was hoping this could cheer you up. You didn't have to do that. Well, but most importantly, I just needed an excuse to get out of the house. She pokes me in the ribs as I laugh. And besides, spending time with you on a Sunday made me realize that we have a lot to catch up on. She giggles. I guess both of us don't know where to start. It's almost like we've hung up. We just met and don't know what to say to each other. In a strange way, I guess that is the case to some extent. Yes, I'll start. You know, I've always been curious as to why you joined the literature club. I didn't really think poetry was your thing. She leans forward, resting her chin on her knees. Well, Monica and I are actually in the same class. She's the one who told me about it. In a way, I guess I was kinda like you. Like me? Yeah. As in, I didn't really think much of poetry. It's not that I didn't like it, I just didn't think too much about it. But as I joined and Monica told me more and more about literature, about how poetry can be a really nice way to express yourself. I loved it, and one can write poetry, and that's what I really like. It doesn't matter who you are, what your interests are, or how good you are. There's something for everyone. Interesting. Yuri, Monica, and Sayuri all appreciate poetry for all different reasons. I get the sense of Yuri likes poetry as it gives her an opportunity to express deep, complex stuff. Monica seems to be on a similar wavelength as to Yuri, but I think she prefers abstract stuff more. Then again, I guess Yuri also uses a lot of abstract themes in her poems. Who knows? I'm still an amateur. Sorry, noticed my chuckle. What's up? Oh, nothing. I was thinking about how everyone in the club seems to appreciate different things in poetry. What else? Sayuri has a faraway look in her eyes as she asks the next question. I remember we used to think alike in so many ways. Like when we used to look at clouds, we would see a lot of similar things in the sky. So I wonder, do we still do that? I grinned. I had totally forgotten how much we used to enjoy cloud watching back in the day. Every time I remember something more from our childhood, it brings a smile to my face. Cloud watching perfectly captured that innocent, carefree essence of nostalgia. I had totally forgotten about that. We really let our imagination run wild, didn't we? And the best thing it worked. Yeah, clouds are still cool like that. What about that one? She takes my outstretched finger in her hand and points it at a specific spot. Aha, yeah, I can see that one now. This one looks like a fish. It's so small. Look at that one. It kinda looks like a little frog. Where? This is what I love about clouds. They're so... what's the word? Cloudy. Ow, you really like poking in my ribs, don't you? I was trying to think of the right words. I think I heard Yuri say it once. Versatile? I think that means that something is... I forgot. Well, it sounds like it fits. I would say that's about right. Pretty cool how different people see different things when looking at the exact same one. I wonder what the other girls would see. Fluffy kittens for Nazca and something spooky with furry. You really know them well, huh? What do you think Monica would see? A piano? I mean, you can interpret Cloud however you want, right? Just thinking of stuff that reminds me of her. Well, I'm happy that we still Cloud gaze the same way. Yeah, that makes two of us. I was kinda worried that maybe we would, I don't know, drift too far apart. So much so that we would be totally different people. But that doesn't look to be the case. Good, right? Yeah, by the way, I've been meaning to ask you, how are you doing in school? Yes, Harry, that's kinda boring question, don't you think? Don't try and warm out of this one, mister. I still worry about you, you know. Just want to know if you're doing fine, that's all. There's nothing to worry about. I'm doing just fine. You sound a bit like Mom. I can't tell if that's a compliment or an insult. A misery we'll take to our graves, hey? Or a subsequent path makes me chuckle. If I got you a popsicle, would that make you less pouty with me? You think you can change my mood with food, huh? Depends on the flavor. Mental note to myself. If Sayuri is ever actually annoyed with me, just get her something sweet. Who knows when that information will come in handy later. If we have a big argument, I'll already know how to settle things down. The more I think about it, perhaps I was wrong to worry we would have changed too much. After all, I'm pretty much still the same person. 6 or so years isn't that much time, I guess. One thing doesn't change, I know how much she loves to explore, and how much her imagination accommodates that. The forests weren't just forests, they were part of a magical land, inhabited by an array of mythical creatures. I wonder if that was real. Beaches weren't just sand and sea, they were tropical paradises, home to countless happy childhood memories. I remember this beach from... yeah, it was also from the Fruits of Leisure Club. searching for crabs, aimlessly splashing in the sea, checking out hidden coves. Sayuri could even transform our homes into something they weren't. We used to jump from sofa to sofa, chair to chair, pretending that the floor was lava. That game never got old. Yeah, the floor is lava, that was like a trend. And I'm pretty sure every kid on the planet has played it too. You know something, Sayuri? Hmm? She's slightly ahead of me, ducking under a tree branch. We're now in the forest part of the park. I've had a sudden realization as into why our poems are so good. They're not that good. No, seriously. Your imagination has always been super strong. All those games we used to play as children. We were always part of your own little world. And it shows in your poems. I'm glad you picked up on it. Writing poems is half of the fun, the other half is showing them to people. Especially when they like what you've written. What's your thought process while you write your poems? Like, how do you write them? I just go with my heart. I guess it's kinda tricky to explain. I think it just depends on my mood. Like when I wrote Dear Sunshine, I was in a pretty good mood. More like you were just hungry, given you wrote it while you were eating breakfast. I was in a good mood because I was eating breakfast. Anyway, so with bottles. Well, I guess I was thinking about how much I want people to be happy. Wait a bit. Well, I guess I was thinking about how much I want people to be happy. So that's the answer to your question. It just depends on my mood and what I happen to be thinking about. Wonder how the others do it. Yeah, me too, actually. Would be kinda interesting to see how you all approach poetry. Although I think I wouldn't be able to understand how someone like Yuri does it. And poetry still goes over my head. Good to know I'm not the only one. Although, what about your fairy tale poem? What was your thought of process behind that one? Oh, that one. That's an immediate shift in atmosphere. That wasn't really gone. I just felt like writing it, I guess. That wasn't a real one. But you said you write your poems based on what you're thinking or feeling at the time, right? What about you? How do you write yours? I should have known she would still be a little cagey about that one. Thinking back to her behavior on Friday, I guess it's to be expected. Just what is it about that poem and her behavior that bothers me so much? You get to learn about it. Is it because it shows a side of Sarah that is totally new to me, one that I'm not used to, or because I know there's still something she isn't telling me? Okay. Oh, sorry. I was spacing out a little bit. Well, I guess I'm similar to you, I suppose. I just speak a bunch of words that best describe what I'm thinking about, and then write a poem based on that. To be honest, I'm not really experienced enough to give you a proper answer. I kind of make it up on the spot. But it's worked so far, so I'm not complaining. Sawyer pauses, looking around at the cops surrounding us. She walks up to a large tree and plants herself down in front of it. I follow suit, resting my back against the sturdy trunk, admiring the soft rays as they penetrate the branches. What you said reminds me of something Monica once told me. Something about it, if you don't have confidence, just fake it until people believe you do. She turns to face me, a thoughtful expression on her face. Sometimes I wonder if she really is confident or is all just a show. I get the feeling that sometimes you can never tell with people. I blink. That was remarkably insightful for Sayuri. A more reflective mood seems to have fallen upon her. No idea, to be honest. She seemed pretty genuine. I mean, she was like this when I first met her as well. So, That would be an awful long time to wear that mask. I wouldn't have expected that sort of question from you, though. Why do you ask? She smiles mischievously. Sometimes it's nice to surprise people. What do you mean? Well, let me ask you. If you had to describe me in a few words, which words would you choose? Bubbly and light-hearted and adventurous. I've always seen you as quite kind. You know, given how you are always concerned with how happy others really are. Guess your most definite trait is your happiness. Like you always seem so cheerful, at ease with the world. Kinda wish I could be like that sometimes. Although from what I've just sort of picked up, just like everyone else, you still feel down from time to time, right? She looks on ahead, a faraway look on her face. It's not exactly sad, but there's a certain air of what? Wonder? Nostalgia? See, that's what I mean. Everyone picks up on those things you mentioned, but they would find me asking this question a bit. Unlike me, if you get what I'm saying. I guess it's because of how I act in the literature club. Aside from my poetry, I never really talk about deeper things or things that aren't just aimlessly happy. I guess I just don't want to bother people with that sort of stuff. Bother them? Why would I bother? Why would it bother them, Sayuri? Well, maybe that isn't the right word. Sorry, I've never really been that good at expressing myself in person. It's much easier to do it in a poem. It's okay, I've never really been good at it either. A lot of the time I like to think about the past and how things used to be. I told Natsuki about this. She giggles softly, and Natsuki thinks I live in the past. But I don't think there is anything wrong with that, do you? If you're happy, what's the issue? It's only natural that you would want to think about the good times that brought a smile to your face, right? When we first started talking again, I used to look back on our shared memories from all those years ago. From when we first met and bonded over ice cream, to me winning Mr. Cow for you, to helping you with homework. I remember our parents used to say we were pretty much inseparable. Everyone has their happy thoughts which keep them going, right? Stored away in bottles, hey? Of course, she sings contentedly. Sorry, I didn't mean to bore you or anything. Bore me? Really, Sayuri, you're sounding a bit like Yuri. I haven't seen this side of you before and I really like it. As much as I enjoy your playful banter, this made for a really nice change of pace. Besides, I always like talking to you. Thank you. I worry about, well, Sayuri, people are always going to enjoy being your friends, even if you're not super shipper all the time. It's okay, seriously. Just be yourself. Don't mind anything. I'll be here, don't you worry. Reach over and squeeze her hand, smiling reassuringly. Sayuri noticeably fidgets, looking rather uneasy about something. What's wrong? Actually, there is something I could tell you. Here we go. Let's see if it's starting now. I don't know if it's a good idea though. My heart starts to race and a million questions start whistling around my head. Is this about fairy tale? Maybe every on a Friday? Some other secret that's coming right out of the blue? Or perhaps something else entirely? Sayuri, the truth is if disappointment ever had a sound, it would sound like a ringing phone. With a groan I fumble into my pocket, glaring at the offending object as if it shows it's responsible for ringing such a moment. It's my mother. I haven't spoken to her in a long time. In fact, the last time we spoke was before I joined the literature club. I'm really sorry, Sarah. I'm going to have to take this. A strange smile is on her face. She shakes her head. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Hi, Mom. Haven't spoken to you in a while. Hope you've been good. Hey, sorry it's been so long. Work has been hectic over the past few weeks. And there I was thinking you would forgotten about me. Don't be silly. I always worry about you. I know, Mom. It was just a joke. you and your sarcasm. You must have got that from your father. How have you been anyway? Are you eating well? Exercising daily, drinking lots of water. Whoa, slow down. I've been doing just fine. I've actually joined the club. Oh wow, that's wonderful. What kind of club is it? A literature club, you wouldn't guess. Literature, funnily enough. Poems and stuff, Sir told me about it, as she is the vice president. I hope you stick with it. Yeah, don't think the girls would forgive me if I left. Girls, you said? Uh-oh. Anyway, now's not a great time. I was just chilling with Sayuri. You know, at that park you used to always take us to. Oh, you're with Sayuri. How's she doing? We're having a catch-up session actually. She's not changed too much. Anyway, can I call you back later? Kinda cutting her off right now. Of course. I have the evening off, so we can talk then, okay? Sure thing. Before I go, you are remembering to read, right? I rolled my eyes before realizing she can't see that. Yes, Mom. Of course I'm remembering to read. What am I going on a fast or something? Or do you think I'm 5? You can see Sayuri giggling out of the corner of my eye. If I were you, I would be more concerned about Sayuri. Lazy girl can't even get out of bed. Grins, I see her laugh turn into a childish frown. Oh, stop teasing her. You're so mean to her sometimes. Jeez, you sound like her. Anyway, gotta go. Talk to you later, okay? Love you too. Bye. I took my phone away and turned back to Sayuri. Sorry about that. I had no idea she would call. It's okay. I haven't spoken to her in a while. So it was nice to hear you two talking again. Anyway. What were you saying? You wanted to tell me something. Sayuri isn't sitting down by the tree anymore. She's standing up and looks ready to go. Oh, don't worry about that. It was nothing important. You sure? It seemed kinda serious. It's okay. I'm kinda hungry anyway. Can we stop by a cafe on the way home? You actually just had a popsicle. Well, you know what they say. And what would that be? The fridge is a clear example that what matters is on the inside. I stare at her. What does that even have to do with anything? It's about food? You know what? Let's just go and get whatever you want. We'll be here for a while if I try to understand what goes on in Sayuri's mind. One tasty lunchtime meal later, Sayuri's appetite is finally satiated. It's getting to the late afternoon at this point. Hey Sayuri. Not that I didn't enjoy today, but I think I'm gonna have to call it there. There's a mountain of homework I haven't even started. That's due on Monday, and I don't think Sakurai is gonna be happy with me if it's late. Her face still has traces of chocolate all over it. She hastily attempts to wipe it off. Yeah, that's okay. Probably should do the same. We've reached my house. Okay. Well, I'll see you on Monday then. Have a good one. She waves cheerily. Bye. Thanks again for today. No worries. Sorry I ruined it with the phone call. You didn't. It's okay. I wish I could spend the rest of the day with her, but unfortunately my procrastination has caught up on me. What a fun evening this will be. Past, present, and future. I wonder what this will be about. Okay, so guys, we'll call it a video in here for now, because I have some stuff to do, but I'll BRB to record another video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like, comment down what you thought of it, and well, I'll see you guys on the next episode. See you on the flip side. Goodbye, pals.